unboxed. Hey! Cheers! Hey guys, so there's a topic I want you to discuss, and it's usually outside of my typical conventional topics that I discuss. I rarely discuss this topic because you got plenty of YouTubers that are discussing about this, and that's dating, relationships in the Philippines. But I want to touch up on one particular topic, and that is passport bros. Now I know some of you are thinking, oh, is that Bang Bros from like Pornhub? No. This is called passport bros. It's a terminology that's been thrown around all over the internet, all over social media right now. And from my understanding, it is an expat, whether they're from, I guess, mostly from the US, coming here to look for love or a relationship or even a wife. And at the same token, they're getting a passport. If they've never obtained one before, they're getting a passport and coming to the Philippines to find a wife. And so some of you have already speculated and probably even hit it on point as to why this is happening. A lot of you are just kind of like, okay, well that's nothing new, right? Because you know, you might be somebody that say, hey look, I went to the Philippines and I've lived here before and I've seen a lot of expats look for love and it's nothing new under the sun. Well, I can say that only the terminology is new, and what's new now is that there's actually more people doing it now. Like, there's Americans that were born and raised and never been outside the US, and they are buying a passport, they're getting a passport, and coming to the Philippines to look for love. And for just in case, I feel like it's like a redundancy. You probably already know this, but just in case there's actually a happy few that do not know this, I would say the reason why these people are getting their passport and looking for love is because, number one, Western women are way different than Filipino women. a lot of you guys know this already, okay? So I'm not gonna like get into details as the difference is, because you guys will probably already know why. But I can tell you this, that Filipino women are more traditional than Western women. I don't care if they're from Europe, like UK, even Spain. They're more traditional. Typically. I'm not saying that constitutes majority. Well, I would say actually does constitute majority. Depends though. Depends, because if a Filipina grew up in Manila, it depends on her upbringing. Will determine that factor. Mostly in the provincial areas, yeah, she might be more innocent, but she'll be more ignorant and not aware of the Western culture. And so a lot of men have a preference, and that's fine. Some of them prefer a girl that's based in Manila working in a call center, and you know, some men prefer a provincial girl in the province, you know, and you might have some challenges there because, well, what if she doesn't like, you know, because I mean, usually they speak English here, but maybe in the province, you know, she might struggle. She might feel shy, and the communication might be a challenge for both of you in terms of, because the way you communicate as an American and the way she communicates as a Filipino. But overall speaking, I don't see that as an issue based on my own personal observation. Like I said, I think I've mentioned on my previous video that I lived in the Philippines for 11 years from 2007 to 2018. Then I went back to the States and I came back this year. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but that's why I observed that a lot of American men, they look for Filipino women, for girlfriends, wives. Why? Because Western women are just not cutting it anymore. They're just not. They suck. They don't know how to be a traditional woman. These feminists, well, so-called feminists, are ruining their traditional marriage concept. And so, I could tell you that from observation.